The purpose for what we are doing will get revealed to us. Our intuition becomes stronger. The best way is to listen into our intuition, develop the ability to listen to the feelings. Mind versus heart. Purpose is to learn and enjoy, which is in the process we're going to help others naturally. The service becomes a natural element of it. And our purpose from time to time is getting revealed to us just by paying close attention to our heart. How do we know? When we go into the flow, we don't realize the time. Yes, the time. You spend 3 hours and you realize, oh, already 3 hours are over. You don't think of your food. You don't think of who are there around you. But you are so deeply engulfed in it. If you are engulfed in a set of activities so deeply, that means you are aligned to that thing that you're doing is pretty much in alignment with what you love to do. We receive a lot of insights automatically. Mind is not playing. When we are moving from one set of activities, maybe for next 3 months, next 3 years, 4 years, what you're doing to the next one, it slowly starts revealing to us. When we pay close attention, it starts revealing, hey, it's enough for you in this job, change. You'll also notice when you're not enjoying it anymore, that is the time to question yourself, what's happening? And that is the time to go deep into it and then question yourself and then make that brave decision to move on to the next one, change it. And identifying is by going into the flow, by taking up a task, whatever that you want. Suppose you want to start a new business, take a small task out of it, go into the detail, push yourself a bit, go beyond the comfort zone. When you want to make a change into ourselves, we got to be invariably looking at beyond the comfort zone. Do what you're doing, but go beyond the comfort zone. Take that extra time, cut down something that is unnecessary. For a few days, see for yourself when you're doing it. Are you going into the flow? Means you forget when you do that activity, your spouse, your parents are telling you, hey, come on, come for dinner. You'll say, oh, okay, I'm going to come. And then you are into it again. You'll love it. So if you are not mindful of the time that's happening around you, or the people, and about yourself, that means you're liking it, you love it. You visualize the future around it. You want to be getting a lot of heightened feeling. Those feelings are building up day by day. As you're visualizing in a meditation, at the end of the meditation, then you need to be feeling a lot more deeply about what you're doing is exciting you. You got to bring that gratitude, joy, enormous joy of having achieved that goal. Like if you're starting a business and then 3 years down the line, you set up the business, already it's become bigger. $1 million business has become. So then how will your life change? Visualize it. That's called clarity. Do you have that clarity? Do you have that excitement? Our heart is always telling if you're going to be excited with that experience that you're going to gain. That is another way we can easily identify, is it something that I'm going to align to? Happy morning, dear friends and masters. Wonderful afternoon and evening. Hi, Karthikeyan sir. Great to see you there.
Good morning to everybody. Good morning.
Yes, sir. After meditation, we'll take message from Karthikeyan sir. It naturally seems like you're traveling.
No, I'm in Delhi.
In Delhi, sir? Okay.
Start traveling this afternoon onwards.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you for joining. In spite of your hectic travel that you mentioned you've been doing in the last 3-4 weeks.
No, I've been joining you in between quietly for some time.
Okay.
Listening to you, listening to everybody else. Thank you for continuing the mission non-stop everywhere. Where are you? Which part of the world are you now today?
Sir, right now in Bangalore only, sir, at home.
Oh, thank God for a change.
Yes, sir. Thank you. So, friends, this is appropriate when we have masters like Karthikeyan ji every now and then we are an inspiration. We can become an inspiration. What I've learned through meditation, through spiritual science understanding, is that there's no concept of old age. In 2005, I met Leonard Orr talking about something called immortality, symbolic to indicate that you can go as long as you can, or as long as you want, by having a strong mind or by having the right views about life, by enjoying whatever that you're doing. Everything ultimately is mind over matter. So if we decide and say, I'm done with my life, or the retirement is coming, or there is this health is not supporting me, and so my body is this way only, and so I can't do, then we can't do. Contrary to that, when we look at, every time I looked at Sri Karthikeyanji and now many other leaders that I've been meeting, they're so active at 75, 80, 85, 90, they're so active. They're traveling around alone by themselves, not taking assistance. They are wanting to share. They're enjoying what they're doing. And most importantly, they're not expecting, as it appears to me convinced, they're not expecting anything in return from others, because they are not keeping their happiness in somebody else's hands. Everything is a mindset. And everything is about having right views, that our body can continue to produce all the chemicals. It's called the biggest pharmaceutical machine. It can continue to produce all the chemicals with the right thought. Millions of chemicals are produced in the body, and they're all happening with the trigger of a thought. And so in this course, that immortality, that Master was talking about how several Indian yogis are living for hundreds of years, that he met. Hundreds of years, they met people who are there. And then we also heard, as from Indian culture, then we know that many are living in Himalayas. If they can do, and if that means the body is there, body can be is supported. If we think of old age, it is there. If we think of decay of the body, it is there. And so then our whole understanding is about going beyond it, that there isn't, the way we see it is that if we are in the body, then there is a purpose. If we are in the body, there is a purpose. And then purpose is to align to our unique talents that we have, to utilize it and contribute in whichever way it is possible. Every one of us uniquely have a talent. Some are good speakers, some are good artists, some are good musicians, some are good writers, some are good mediators. They know it, they have this inner strength. And so utilizing it until the last moment, because if you're in the body, there is a purpose. If we think that way, then automatically we are moved into a greater body. If we think that way, that there is a purpose and why I'm still there, that is sufficient. Contrary to saying that, okay, at 60, at 55, or at 58, because government decided something, or people told us that you must retire, and then we retire. There may be a job retirement, but then our work retirement can now be there to continue to be there in this body for as long as you want in a happy state. We continue to utilize our inner talent, then we continue to be happy. At that stage, we naturally are giving the talent to be happy for ourselves and then to others that radiates, depending on our level of evolution. It is okay. Our level of evolution is about giving the talent to our immediate relatives, that may be okay. If it is about giving it to everybody far out also by traveling, it is just absolutely fine. But you've always touched somebody. It's all here. No retirement is the first thing that we hear, that I understood. We see all the leaders, like Karthikeyan sir. No retirement. We could easily retire. They could easily retire from everything that they do. Work retirement may be there, but then you can easily just relax at home. It's just there. But that is the beginning of the downfall of the health and the life. Ikigai, the concept of Ikigai from Japanese, where people who are living above 90 years of age in the community, the ratio of them is quite high. 1 in 3 to 1 in 4 people are living happily, and the age is more than 90. How many people do you find here who are above 90 years and then still active and then doing things on their own and then still contributing? Very, very few. We have difficulty in spotting one person in 1,000 people who are 90 years and above. But there is doing something special. It's all about recognizing that I must continue to work. There's no retirement concept. They figured out there's no retirement. They do a lot of other things. You can read this book by Hector Garcia, Ikigai. There's no concept of retirement for them. They recognize that the body means there is something to do. And that something is figuring out and aligning to the purpose. Let's go into our meditation. We will go into the details of the purpose sometime next week. Let's go into meditation once again, dear friends. After hearing Leonard R., then the way to overcome the feeling that my body is not supporting, old age is caught up, and then this is happening to me, and so I'm like this, is to change the beliefs, reprogram the beliefs. Everything is a belief. When 30 people around us tell us, our close family and then close friends and then people around, they constantly tell and remind you about the age because they're conditioned that way. And so every time we get such statements from others around, then that belief is slowly forming us to think that, okay, we truly are old, we truly are retired, and so it's going to be a tougher life now, and now we can't have a valued life. Because we were doing so fully until the time we are 58 or 60, and suddenly nothing to do. So then we start believing by ourselves because the environment is telling us, and there are enough TV ads are showing us, saying that, okay, hey, be careful, take care of yourself, put some money into the investment because you don't know. All of those things keep programming us all the time, reminding of the biological age, which we think is the end of it. And so then we are there. Reprogramming with right understanding and then getting motivated by meeting people who are there continuing their journeys, no matter what the age is always an inspiration to continue to do, to get back and participate. We have seen many, many people come back and say, this is my second innings. At 60, they thought it is retirement. They came back and said, my second innings, now it's starting in my life. Second innings is starting. It's not the end, contrary to what we were told. So let's go into meditation, friends. We're practicing breath mindfulness meditation, or Ana-Pana-Sati. Our goal is to empty the mind and to be in the state of emptiness for as long as you can. So we do this simply by closing our eyes. If you're wearing spectacles, please remove them. Fingers into fingers, hands rested in your lap comfortably. Cross your feet at ankle. And then you observe your breath, your natural breath that is there anywhere in the nose, preferably in the middle of the eyebrows. Observe the breath is going in and coming out. When you observe your natural breath, slowly mind is becoming empty, and that is the state of emptiness that we are seeking to, and we stay in that state of emptiness for a longer time, for the whole duration of the meditation. Thoughts naturally come, and thoughts are there. Bring your attention back to the breath, and again observe the breath and slowly go into the emptiness. That emptiness is energy. There may be sensations, there may be feelings, visions, whatever that is that you know is not your thought. Be a witness to it. If you think it is a thought, attention back to the breath again, and again observe and then slow into the emptiness. This is called breath mindfulness meditation. So we'll do this for maximum time. And we'll follow and practice a small process called heart elevation before that. Just follow my guidance for it. Relax yourself, sit comfortably. I'm playing music. I'm also guiding to help us to go into this empty states. Dear friends, with your eyes closed, relax your body. Scan your body from head to toe and relax every part of it. Dear friends, dear masters, keep your hands on your chest area. Rest your attention on your sacred heart and feel your heart center, your loving heart. Connect with it. Observe the beat, the rhythm of your heart center, the seat of all emotions. Feel your beautiful heart, this seat of all emotions, which is expanding, which is nurturing all life with its energies of love, joy, compassion. And recollect an experience from your life from your past, present, of love, of joy, of gratitude, and relive that moment and elevate yourself. Relive that moment of love, of joy, and feel that energy. The more you experience these energies of love, the more we connect with all things and everybody, the more coherent we become with everything. With a greater intention to heal the planet, to heal yourself, and radiate that energy onto every corner of this planet Earth. Whatever you think, you create. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to become totally empty of all thoughts in your mind. When we empty our mind of all thought, we experience that greater emptiness, that quantum field of energy, that consciousness. Become aware of that emptiness inside of you, all around you, as you merge into your breath. All emptiness is energy. The infinite field of possibilities and opportunities, that intelligence. the longer you stay connected to this emptiness, to this energy, the more you tune in to your greater intelligence, the more you are with your consciousness, the more opportunities you create for yourself Allow yourself to merge into the emptiness of yourself. This is the place of all connectedness. Everybody and everything are connected in this field of energy. friends. It's time to express gratitude. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership. Can you express gratitude to your parents, your teachers, your mentors? Your gratitude to all the people in your life, your family, your friends, your relatives, your colleagues, partners, everybody. Give thanks to this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals. Your gratitude to everything you use, the technology, the places you visit, the institutes, the companies, the systems that support you. The gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent universe and quantum field for allowing us to experience so much more in this life. Recollect your experiences from the session, and whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then you may open your eyes. Okay, friends. Hope you enjoyed the session. Yes, so without further delay, we'll invite Karthikeyan sir, formally, S.S. Nanaji, is there? Yes. Please go ahead, Nanaji.
Dear friends, I cordially invite Dr. Karthikeyan sir to deliver his message to all of us. Yes, sir.
Hello, namaste.
No,
Good morning to everybody.
1 second, sir.
Good morning, good evening, all over the world.
So
With joy always.
Sir, 1 second. Sir, 1 second, sir. So friends, 5 Padma Shri Karthikeyan sir, President of Foundation for Peace, Harmony and Good Governance, is also the former former Director for CBI, Central Bureau of Investigation, with a very illustrious career as a former CBI Director, former Special Director General for CRPF, and Director General of the National Human Rights Commission, and many more. He is awarded Padma Shri in the year 2010 for his selfless great contribution in the field of Indian civil services. Karthikeyan ji is on the board of several for-profit, non-profit organizations, regularly travels regularly in the board as advisor, chairman, or director, many roles. And he is very closely associated with almost all the spiritual organizations in the world, I would say. Very close to Isha Foundation, Art of Living, Sri Sri Ji, and Brahma Kumaris, and the PSS movement. Patriji has been a great support and then friend. And so Patriji always called him the spiritual ambassador to the world, with Ananda. So every organization that has been closely associated. And we are fortunate that he's a chief mentor and major inspiration for us, for Buddha Sri Quantum Foundation, in what we are today, ever since that we started. I remember April 2020 that I invited, just like that, some of the messages came, and then I invited Sir, and then since then, he's been popularizing significantly Buddha Sri Quantum Foundation work and giving us so much support for us in creating awareness about this simple meditation. Always pleasure to have you, sir. So thank you so much for joining.
Thank you, Chandra. It's really such a long journey in such a short time. I recall the time we used to spend at the Pyramid Valley for the personal invitation of Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, a very dear friend and philosopher. Even now I've been telling my family, I feel Patriji is there calling me to PMC. Even during the peak of the pandemic, when people are scared of walking and traveling, Patriji wanted me, so I traveled all the way just to make him comfortable, because sometime he was not feeling very well at that time. And I said, whenever you want, I will come. And I went, spent some time, so much of warmth and grace. I can never forget those wonderful days. So much of love and affection and respect, goodwill he showed. And just because of him, his affection, I chose to go there. Those days we had very little time because I was too busy. More than 20 years, association. But whenever he wanted, when he insisted, I always went. Wherever he wanted me. I enjoyed his company, gracious hospitality, listened to his brilliant talks, oration, music, flute, man of many talents, all a great writer, speaker, author, singer, but a great cook. With all that, he found the time to cook. He used to go, he said, I must make at least 1 or 2 dishes. No time, he'll prepare something, and not only that, he enjoyed serving to people. The people who are working in the valley at all levels, he make them all sit down. He wanted to serve himself. Very unique personality. I have known many masters. I don't compare institutions, methods of meditation, because each of them are unique. But Patriji was somebody, I also call him barefoot spiritual master, because for him, status of the person is of no consequence. He loved, respected everyone as a human being. As you said, my dear gods, he used to call them. He respected the divinity inherent in each human being, whether we are aware of or not, and he always recognized that. And he encouraged everyone to follow spirituality, Ana-Pana-Sati Meditation, and vegetarianism. I have not seen anyone else promoting vegetarianism with so much of power and aggression, I would say. No compromise on that. Because he said, every being on this planet is created by the divine. Everyone has the purpose to serve, and they should be allowed, and you should not interfere in others' lives or activities, except to the extent of influencing them to follow the right path. Well, all of you have heard Patriji and about Patriji. Me also, again, I don't want to keep repeating the same thing. How he told me, how did you spend 10 full days in Vipassana? I couldn't spend more than a day. He said, after the first day, I came out, I found it was good enough. Then he perfected the art of Ana-Pana-Sati meditation. So it's made it accessible to the man on the street also. He said that the simplest form of meditation for each one of us to realize what we are and what our purpose of life is. And 40 years back, he left his job and went home after home, spreading this meditation. To start with, not much of response, but then he persisted. He said, no, I must convert Dhyana Andhra Pradesh. He succeeded, millions of homes. People gave up meat, resorted to plant-based diet on their own. Then Dhyan Bharat, he traveled all over the country. Non-stop, tireless traveler. Because he said, the benefit I got, I must spread it to the whole world. That was his compassion for everybody. Not only that, he started traveling all over the world. Never carried any money in his pocket. Sai Kumar Reddy was always with him, most of the time. And wherever he went, he was received with warmth by people and visited many countries, many times. I had the privilege of being with him in Cairo. The pyramid, I have seen even the burqa-clad women in Egypt sitting, listening to him, participating in the meditation. He was beyond caste, religion, nationality. He respected each one as equally valid, respectable human beings. Whatever warmth, unconditional love and care. A great host. Truly a great master, friend, philosopher, and guide. I very much miss his physical presence. Even now, the other day I was telling, I said, I feel there is a call from Patriji from Bangalore, PMC. Of course, he has created a wonderful place, Pyramid Valley International, Bangalore. So also the Maheshwara Pyramid at Hyderabad. But though I keep telling the great masters, when they leave the body, they become more influential, powerful, and his ambition of converting the whole world into Dhyana Jagath, he is going to continue the mission even in the world beyond through the great masters he has created, like Chandra, Science Daga, Newton, and hundreds of others now. They are carrying on the mission with the same zeal, in fact, even more zeal, because the responsibility on them, on all of us, is much more today, because we are the only way of showing our affection and gratitude to Patriji is continue to be on his path and spread this to as many as possible to the best of our ability. Bless the family also continue on the same path with in all parts of the world. And the thousands of pyramids, small and big, all over, not only India, even outside, they will speak about the purpose of his life, the way he lived, the mission. So the larger purpose is to make everyone peaceful, harmonious, happy, and compassion. Now even science accepts, even environmental science accepts, ultimately to save the planet from self-extinction, self-destruction is the world has to become vegetarian, plant-based diet. There should be an end to this animal agriculture, a major cause for global warming. And whether it's health of the individual or the planet, plant-based diet, man with a great vision, not today. Today the whole world is saying yes, but he did it from the very beginning, 40 years ago. So, friends, let us all join the mission of Patriji, not only by achieving peace and harmony within ourselves and the families and the society, the nation, the whole world. That's the only way we can pay our gratitude to that great visionary. Yes, his mission has to go on because the purpose is larger, not for himself alone. If he was alone, he would have been satisfied with practicing and sitting. No, he was in a hurry, I should say that. He said, no, the time has come to save the planet. So the more you listen to the masters, his teachings, he has got a unique style. Even as I'm talking to you, I remember he always made, early morning has not been a very comfortable time for me, but then when I was there, for him, we used to get up, go. He was there much before anybody else there, with his inimitable warmth. He used to call, made me sit. Very often, he never allowed me to sit on the ground also, because he said, no, you're senior to me, you're elder to me. He's an amazing personality. Miss him. As I talk to you, I recall my days and with in his presence, with 10,000 people, 20,000 people, so much of warmth, grace, recognize every one of them. He had time for everybody. Cooked. How can I forget? He himself cooked for me. Cooked and served. And he has in everything. The cooking is also an expert. And serving, amazing. Anyway, we are fortunate to have lived in his time. And even those who have not had the good fortune of meeting him, you can realize his value and the power. Listening to his videos, music, books, and also the message being conveyed through his master like Chandra. I must compliment Chandrasekhar and Vani and his wonderful team of the CEO of Quantum Foundation. Florence, of course, now in France, and any number of them. I can go on naming them, but what a dedicated team of disciples, totally devoted to him and to the team for which he lived, spreading it all over the world now. Start with the first time when the pandemic started, when Chandra requested me to inaugurate the meditation session, just to oblige him, because they looked after me as a friend of their guru whenever I went to Pyramid Valley. Then I found beyond my expectation, even the first day. Then instead of just stopping with inauguration, I continued for a few days. I found the potential is great. I shared it with many friends. People joined all over. Then became a 40-day meditation. Without hesitation, I recommended, sent it to people around the world. More and more people joined. And then also, I started listening to the sharing of the experiences. Then I had the courage to write, Meditation is Miraculous. And Chandra has become a great master, great teacher, a missionary. I wish more and more people join and continue to spread the meditation. I am always with him and with the Buddha CEO Foundation and the PSSM in their wonderful mission. Thank you. Namaskar. Good morning to you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Karthikeyan, sir. Any number of words about Patriji are not sufficient to bring us back to the memory lane of Patriji sir again. Your inspiration, your close association Patriji really inspires us at Buddha Say Quantum Foundation. That meditation is a common thread that you so fondly recommended. And of course, Patriji's simplicity. And thank you very much for being with us. And I always told, we have people who fulfill our dreams. And Patriji mentioned several times that Karthikeyan sir is one such great master who is going to unite, is going to bring all masters of the world together. And so then we are fortunate to have you to help us take our mission forward. And then personally for me, I feel like a father connected, because I truly believe that we all are connected deeply, going from life to life. And so somewhere that connection I feel. So thank you so much for everything that you're doing for the foundation and in the service of meditation. Service of meditation. Paths are many, and so then very easily being able to take up and then talk about, and then whether it's the Brahma Kumari's meditation, whether it's the Ana-Pana-Sati, whether it's something else, but talk about and then be able to add that value to every organization in their own way. I think it's an amazing, amazing talent and ability that we continue to learn from you. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Friends, any questions to Karthikeyan sir? Anybody would like to ask a question? So Karthikeyan sir has so many, if you interact with him, there's so many wisdoms and stories that are there. He's interacted with the who is who of India, constantly, regularly meets people, regularly learns and regularly shares. He writes a newsletter, as well as he is very happy to be, anyone wants to be on his email list, because always sharing many wisdom nuggets, many things across. And so his email ID will type in there. Anybody wants to get onto his email to know more through him, and that's drkarthikeyan@gmail.com. So Lalita, you can type. And
DRKWAR.
yes, sir, we're typing in there.
DRKWARTHIKEYAN Like Patriji, we all learn from each other every day. A great master, Patriji. I have not met anyone who has read so many books of so many masters from so many traditions, but yet he was willing to learn. So that's why he really became great. So whatever little I find something interesting, I like to share with as many as possible. So I find some of them, they say, even one or two messages of that transform their lives, because it is our job is to learn and share. I welcome wisdom from others also. Like Chandra is learning every day and sharing it. Every day sharing it. That's how we become a perfect master now. There's no end to learning from each other. Our experiences are varied. Earlier, I used to stop after the meditation. But later on, I said, no, listening to the sharing is equally important or important. That's how I had the courage to write Meditation is Miraculous. Right from the little young Vicky in America to everybody. So much learn. Wisdom. That's why he said, everybody said, my dear masters, my dear gods. Patriji, when he said, he believed in it, respected each one of us. There is so much to learn from each other. So let us try to get over the negative feelings, because the world is going through a turmoil today. Individuals are restless now. With all the wealth and power, people are not happy and peaceful. Families are getting, into all sorts of problems. So to create harmony between the body, mind, and soul, harmony within the family, within the society, and to create a better country and better world, let us follow the simplest technology Patriji has given us. Thank you. Thank you, Chandra. We can keep on talking. But as we talk about it, though I tell everybody don't become emotional, when you talk about Patriji, I become very emotional. What a great man, what a great friend. Where do you find him? See, I feel I used to be very fond of, going, what is there in Bangalore now? But there are so many other things are there. But the warmth of Patriji, we will miss him. We'll learn to live in his memory. Thank you.
Yes, sir. So friends, Karthikeyan has written a very powerful newsletter called Meditation is Miraculous. So I posted the link to that thing in the chat. Is a document available on Buddha Seva website that has messages from everybody, who is who, all the masters, spiritual masters, as well as scientists. So it's a great tool. We've distributed thousands of copies to many CEOs India-wide. So it's a great tool if you would like to share with anybody about the importance of meditation. This is a powerful document. It has messages from Jagyavas, Sri Sri, Patri sir, of course, Dr. Newton, and I think maybe Ratan Tata ji. So there are ISRO chairman and the Apana Chief Justice. So many people who's talked about meditation, the importance of it. So I always use that. It's a very powerful communication that we can utilize in imparting and spreading awareness of meditation. Thank you, sir. Yes. Thank you, dear friends. Yes, Manavananji, you are there. You've to say something.
Yes, Good morning, masters. And really, really great to hear from DRK sir every time. He's a real inspiration for all of us, the entire meditation fraternity, and the great person who has traveled with Patriji for long time. And especially, but for Mr. Karthikeyan, the entire fraternity, not only in India, but globally, he has connected with this vast contact with real Dhyana Jagath. So we all get benefited with being in our place with the daily meditation. And Chandraji, Vani ma'am, and entire Buddha CEO, you are taking it in a very leaps and bounds, and really a great, wonderful. And we are all really thankful to entire team, and especially DRK sir for this message today. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Manvananji. That's great. Thank you for the observation. MP Singalji.
Good morning, all masters. Good morning, Chandra Sarji. Good morning, Karthikeyan Sarji. Really, it is a great to listen to dear Karthikeyan. I am really get inspired whenever I listen to him. The great master, great visionary, and definitely the word he has spoken about Patriji, Maharishi Patriji, is a really very inspiring, very great. To feel the warmth of his with his word is really worth appreciating, sir. The way he has led his civilian life, we are definitely learned a lot of lessons from him, sir. Thank you very much, Captain sir. Thank you very much, Chandra sir, Vani sir. The great services which you are providing for the humanity. We are get inspired, and really, it is a wonderful to lead a such life. Thank you very much, sir.
Wonderful. Thank you, Singalji. Yes, Nananji.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir, and my gratitude to dear Karthikeyan. Without his email, we would not have joined, and any number of our gratitude would not be sufficient. Like that, quite a lot, as rightly mentioned, throughout the world, Dr. Karthikeyan has introduced all his contacts, all his network to this Buddha CEO. So that is, nobody does that much support. And as he rightly said, once he experienced that Master Chandra's sincere endeavor to spread this meditation, and as a founder and supporter, mentor, our Karthikeyan has given that much support. And today, every word of our Brahmarshi Patriji, and very emotionally, Karthikeyan has talked. Actually, it is very difficult for a person like Karthikeyan who has moved with him quite a lot and had such a wonderful, respectable relationship. And with, as he rightly said, in Bangalore or anywhere, wherever his call was there, he was going and meeting him. And today, his absence, of course, he is there, but being not physically, all of us are really feeling. And Karthikeyan's that word, each one, and such a personality of Brahmarshi Patriji cannot be explained. But even then, Karthikeyan has given a beautiful account. And for such a bunch new people who have joined, his words were all great to hear. And it is better now, all of us will have to further work towards spreading this meditation. Sir, thank you very much, sir. I am very grateful to you. And after a long time, we were able to meet today on the virtually, even though physically we would like to meet you.
Ms. Narendra, you've always been supporting. I mean, seeing you, listening to you very often. But
Yes,
without fail, you have been there with Chandra all the time.
Yeah, this
Thank
has
you.
changed our way of life, sir, with your help.
Wonderful.
So I will earliest come and meet you in either Delhi or wherever place. We'll come and meet you, sir. Thanks.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Narendra ji. That's very great friend for the Buddhasya Foundation. Always wanting to introduce meditation corporates. Former IOB Indian Overseas Bank Chairman, Dr. Narendra ji. So thank you for carrying the flag of meditation, sir. Thank you. Yes, sir. And sir, Mr. Keval Krishnan thought to raise his hand. Yes, sir.
My name is Keval Krishnan. I'm a retired commander from the Indian Navy. I live in Noida. I have met Karthikeyan a few times in Delhi. Even at his home, I had the chance of having two-time dinner with Dr. Nagendra from Bangalore. But for his email, loving email to me, I would have not known about Buddha CEO Foundation. And it struck me. I joined Buddha CEO Foundation from the time I received his email. Now I'm a regular listener, regular meditator with Buddha CEO Foundation for last almost 18 months. And I enjoy all the programs, all the sessions. Thank you all, Masters.
Thank you. Thank you, Kevalji. Thank you, sir. Okay, friends. So thank you very much for joining. And thank you, Karthikeyan sir, once again for taking time and your busy schedule. When I say that, dear friends, I literally see Karthikeyan sir travel almost every day. Every 2 days he's there in some place or the other. When he starts traveling, then there's so much travel that happens. And at maybe 84, 85, that age, doing alone travel all over the world, practically everywhere, I think it's just a testimony to what we can do if we have that great heart to contribute. And so that's what we see. So thank you, sir. And thank you, everyone. And then we'll meet back again tomorrow, or tomorrow with more wisdom. We are covering how things are created, how we can create things for ourselves to experience life more. So we'll cover the remaining 3 steps tomorrow in our session. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Carry on.
Bye, sir. Okay, sir. Yes, Lalita?
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free, as I continue walking in this mystery. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take,
Thank you, everyone. We'll meet back again tomorrow morning, 6 a.m.